Hey, what's up? It's your man, Gherkin Man here, and as promised, I'm gonna do a video about Assassin's Creed 2, because this channel is all about talking about the latest and greatest games, best gaming channel on the YouTube, bar none, the good stuff. I'm going to talk about Assassin's Creed 2 and eat some delicious mandarins that I picked up at the markets. If you didn't see my video, The Booties, where I got the mandarins, check it out. 5 minutes of the finest gaming content on YouTube. Anyway, Assassin's Creed 2, right? So, like I said, this is the best gaming channel on YouTube. I like to keep on top of all the latest and greatest games. So, I got Assassin's Creed 2 on the PlayStation 3. And I recently played through that, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. Just gonna chuck some mandarin skins into my compost over here. Oh, that's really sweet. Sometimes I eat the seeds, but not all the times. Yeah, so Assassin's Creed 2, right? Sequel to Assassin's Creed 1, obviously. A game that everyone complained about being too repetitive. I played through the first one last year and I thought it was alright. It was very repetitive, but the assassinations themselves were pretty cool. You got a lot of options, right? You could think and tackle things however you liked. Well, to a degree anyway. It wasn't as good like a Hitman game, but it was still pretty alright. But I know the fan community, Assassin's Creed 2 was apparently the best in the whole series for most people. So I was excited to play it. I was excited to see how they would build upon what they introduced in the first game in the series. And look, I enjoyed the game. It was one of the more fun experiences I've had this year, and I appreciated the variety, mission to mission. They're all quite different from each other, which was nice. And it ran at a slightly better frame rate than the first game, which was appreciated because it ran pretty shit sometimes. But here's the thing. Well, I think Assassin's Creed 2 was a better game overall. I think it was a worse Assassin's Creed game. Now, I hear a lot of people say Assassin's Creed Black Flag's really good, but it's not a great Assassin's Creed game because it's too much of a pirate game. And for me, Assassin's Creed 2's already jumped that ship. Assassin's Creed 2, the assassination missions, they're on rails, right? You don't get to make any choices. It kind of just, usually you just infiltrate a place through a cutscene that tells you what to do, and you just run up to someone and you stab them. I mean, I'm sure you could get some creative options, but it doesn't really incentivize you to do creative things like create distractions and stuff. It's got all these mechanics that are neat. It doesn't do anything with them and doesn't encourage you to use any of them. It's just dumb. It's a waste. So yeah, the mission to mission, I would say Assassin's Creed 2 is a far superior game to Assassin's Creed 1. Double seed. But the assassinations themselves, 3 in that piece, crazy. The assassinations themselves, way worse than Assassin's Creed 2, because you don't get any real creative options or incentive to do anything interesting. And that's a shame. I think it's a worse game for it, for the most part. But I was very disappointed by that. Assassin's Creed 2 became a better game by dropping what made Assassin's Creed interesting and unique at the time. Another good example of this is the way the lookouts work. So in Assassin's Creed 1, lookouts allowed you to, basically, if you wanted to, they were part of the missions, right? You go on top of a lookout and it shows you things of interest once you're up there, and those things of interest were generally associated with whatever mission you were doing at the time. So it contextualized the lookouts in a clever way. Assassin's Creed 2, lookouts aren't used for missions at all, period, or for getting important intel. All they do is light up optional mission content. So that basically the lookouts just become a collectible. And it's interesting because you can kind of see the evolution of Ubisoft's sandbox game design in action through Assassin's Creed 2, because that was the big hit, that was the popular one, I think, between that and Far Cry 3, which came out a few years after Assassin's Creed 2, I think. But I think they're the two games that really solidified that the lookouts being a collectible thing. They don't contextually within the game don't mean shit, and that was a disappointment. It's not just a house up the road for sale. Look up for how much later on. Anyway, so yeah, I guess, like I said, I enjoyed Assassin's Creed 2. I also enjoyed this Mandarin. This one's a little more bitter than the first one. It's not sweet. It's a lot more firm, which I appreciate. Oh wow, look at this seed. It's like the tiniest seed ever. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Ubisoft. Yeah, you can see the seeds in Assassin's Creed 2 that led to every Ubisoft game feeling exactly the same. It all starts here. I hear Brotherhood's still quite good. Well, I will say, okay, yeah, Assassin's Creed. The story wasn't very interesting, but Ezio was a cool character. He was an interesting character. I appreciated that. The twist at the end, that the Assassins and the Templar are like fighting over tech from some long-lost civilization. That was a twist I didn't see coming, but that's because it's shit, in my opinion. I don't know if that continued on to the other games. They might have dropped that because it's terrible. I don't know. I guess I'll find out in 6 years' time when I'm up to speed. What did I like? Soundtrack was really good. Soundtrack was phenomenal. Don't know the name of the guy who did it. But it was great. I know he went on to do Darksiders 2, which also had a fantastic soundtrack. A better soundtrack, I would say, a little bit more varied. I like the locations, Florence, Venice. There was one city, I forget what it was called, and I didn't realize you could explore it because it just gets used in between two missions, and you kind of run from point A to point B, and then you never go back there again until you get to the end, and the game's like, hey, you need all these codex things in order to finish the game, go back and collect them, now they're all on your map. And I was like, fuck, a fucking key hunt at the end, that ruined the pacing a lot. I was having a good time up until then, but yeah, I didn't even know it was a city I could explore. I didn't really have any reason to go back there and check it out. There was one character who was introduced there. Ezio makes a joke about fucking her, and then apparently she's got a husband, and then you never go back and she never shows back up again. Maybe she's in Brotherhood or Revelations, I don't fucking know. But this is a great idea for a video series. I get some fruit, in this case mandarins obviously. I just talk about a game for as long as it takes me to eat the fruit, and then I'm done. My new amazing review series. Like I said, nothing but the highest quality gaming content here on the Gherkin Man channel. Best game reviews on YouTube. Give me hit that like button. Hit the like button, smash the like button, smash the bell. That's the one. Fucking smash that bell. Oh yeah, I like the way in Assassin's Creed 2, I'm bringing it all back, full circle. The game basically plays itself, and then 2/3 of the way through the game, it gives you the ability to jump a little bit higher, and you have to press a button to grab onto things. Deepest platforming parkour systems in the video game's history. Nice for them to add that addition in so late into the game. Greatly appreciated. Really spice things up by letting me jump an extra inch. And you get the fly ones too, that was neat. except for the frame rate. Anyway, yeah, Assassin's Creed. I don't know, still pretty good. I really enjoyed it. For the most part, it was fun because I didn't have to think while I was playing it. What do I give games I really like? 7.5 out of 10. My next game review will be Red Steel 2. Keep that Ubisoft train going. I'll talk about it when it's done. Bye.